And when you go in for the bank opening, make sure that you will seek for credit card that you will use for credit score to be able to buy a house here. To be able to purchase a car here, they will need your credit score. Hello everyone, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Gifty. I mostly share content about anything in helping you in relocating to Canada and life in Canada in general. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for always being here with me. Thank you for liking and sharing my videos as well. So today I'll be talking about the things that you have to do immediately you land yourself in Canada. So when you are in Canada on a study permit or even on a work permit, the first thing you have to consider doing is your SIM registration. You have to get yourself a SIM card because your SIM card will be used for so many registrations. Your job search, college students portal, and also for calls in Canada. When you are in Canada, the phone that you use back home, I think apart from Samsung and iPhone, it's quite difficult to use Infinix or something here. So you have to note this as well. So get yourself a SIM card. Also make sure that you get a phone plan that is low, because most of the time we use Wi-Fi for whatever that we are doing. If you are in your room, you will use Wi-Fi. If you are on college campus, you will use Wi-Fi. Even when you go out, sometimes the environment that you are in, they have Wi-Fi there. If you are working, they have Wi-Fi there. So you don't need to waste your money on bigger phone plans. So when I came, I didn't know because the environment was new. I just picked a phone plan of, I think, 40 gigabytes for 50 Canadian dollars, and at the end of the month I'll pay like 58 getting to 60. So I just went there for just to get a lower plan. So you can get as low as 15. I have a friend who pays 15 card for a month. My husband is also using like 30, paying 30 card a month. So you don't have to get yourself a bigger phone plan, just to make sure that your expenses are kind of in range, okay? Because you are on a student visa and you don't have enough on you. You have to pay your tuitions and others. So after you get yourself a mobile plan and a SIM card, go and open a bank account. So before you open a bank account, go for a SIM card. So the second thing you have to do is go for a SIM card, your social insurance number. Go and get your social insurance number. So concerning your social insurance number, it is needed for your bank opening and also your job as well. So get your social insurance number, and you can do this sometimes on your campus, or you can go to Service Canada for it. It's just some few hours to do this, 2 hours, 1 hour, depending on the queue there. The third thing that you should consider doing is to go for a bank account. Go for a bank account. So with a bank account, you can choose any of them. And when you go in for the bank opening, make sure that you will seek for credit card. One thing, before I talk about the credit card, make sure you get a debit card that you use for your transaction. Make sure you get a savings account as well with your checking account. That is where your pay will be passing to. Get a savings account for yourself. Then request for a Visa card. Guys, if I tell you that Visa card is something that will help you be successful in Canada, you won't believe, because if you want to buy a house in Canada, you will need your credit card, and it is the Visa card that your credit card that you will use for your credit score to be able to buy a house here, to be able to purchase a car here. They will need your credit score. So the thing is, when you get your credit card, whilst you are spending, the credit card is something that the government gives for you. Is so the government will load money on it for you. So whilst you are spending, you will be paying. I will specifically bring a content on the credit card for you. So whilst you are spending that money, then you will be paying it. So let me say I have spent like 500 Canadian dollar today through my credit card. Okay, so the credit card is the money that the government has loaded for you. Yes. So I've spent 500. I would have to pay maybe probably 10% of that 500. I don't need to pay all the money. You get, so it also helps you in times of emergencies. Maybe you don't have enough on you in your main account. You can use the credit card, and that is what I always do. If I want to go for groceries, I will use my credit card. Then I will transfer money from my main account to repay it. So the more I'm spending my credit card money and I'm paying, it is building my credit score. So in case I want to buy a house or a land here, they will request of your credit score. The credit score is just like you don't own any amount on your spendings. So you spend, you pay, you spend, you pay, and it is building your credit score so that it will help you when you want to buy a house, when you want to buy a car. They'll request for your credit score. So this is very, very good. So when you are opening the bank account, request for a credit card from them. It is just something like, it's not like free money, but the card is already loaded with money for you to spend and pay on just the date that they will give you. And you don't even need to pay all. You just have to pay some, then later you can pay it off. If you can pay all, it's also fine. So you spend, you pay, you spend, you pay, you spend, you pay. That is how it works. So basically, these are the 3 things that you have to consider doing when you enter in Canada. For your first week in Canada, this is the things that you have to consider doing. Then plan of getting yourself the driving test. So in case you have a driving experience from back home and you are coming, request for authentication letter plus your driving license, because I will also bring a content on how to plan for getting a car or driving in Canada. When you want to drive in Canada, you need to take a test. First one is the G1 before you move to the second one, which is the G2. Then you move to the G. But when you have driving experience from back home, you will just take the G1, then you skip the G2 for a G. A G is the practical test, and the G1 is just the road signs. Okay, and it doesn't take much of your time to write that exam. You just have to learn. We have apps for it. You just have to learn, and you go for the test. Okay, when you go for the test, then you move on, because car is very necessary here. Because if you see this winter and you are working for work or college, it's hell. So you have to get yourself a car in Canada. So consider your driving test process as well. When you land in Canada, it will help you. So basically, these are some important things that you should consider doing when you land in Canada. So I hope this video has been helpful so much. Kindly hit the subscription button for me if you haven't, and make sure that you like this video for me, guys. Like this video for me, keep sharing my videos to help keep this family growing. I love you all. Thank you. Bye.